Welcome back for the last time tonight to ESL Pro League. We got one more match. It's going to be Astralis taking on NiP.
I'm sorry.
It's the slur.
It's good.
Slur comes out later.
Let's do one of those segments, Lauren, where we can't turn the tables on Jason. We know he's having a rough time.
One of those segments.
He's having a rough time hosting.
I don't like
maybe
that segment.
for him to answer the questions would be a little bit easier.
I took this hosting role so that I didn't have to do this.
So, Jason, going into Cache, we know we did see NiP just marginally lose that in the ECS 16-14. I have watched the match live and a demo since then, and just
so the cool thing would be if you did this, because I didn't see either of them.
Something that I just wanted to point out was how gender fluid the CT side.
You can't even give a straight face, can you?
The CT
you
side
can't even finish that question.
Of Astralis is. They're all moving around constantly, you know? Everyone's always at a different bomb site. They're moving each player around. Everybody knows how to fill in different roles. And that's one of the things about this map that I think we saw this last week, and the T sides were like 11-4s. When they played the match, I'm pretty sure the CT side was like a 10-5, 11-4. And that's because how much they were moving players around. NiP then flipped over the coin, and then they did a very similar thing, but they had more constants. Like Freiburg was always B. And Exist was always A, but the other three players kind of moved around in a very similar fashion. Whereas when you watch this this Astralis unit, it's like everybody is moving quite regularly, and that's where the CT side calling, which is a very important but sometimes forgotten factor, comes into play, and I think they've got that on lock on this map.
I mean, you started that as a question. I don't know if I'm supposed to answer anything. I was listening for a question at some point. You shifted gears halfway through that.
We just kept talking.
You just got excited. You're really pumped for the counter tonight. Yeah. Lauren, what do you think of the apparently gender fluid style of defense that Astralis plays?
I love how non-binary it is.
Yeah.
It really appeals to me. And most of my followers as well. Like, we're all very open to it. I'm going to stop. But no, I'm kind of surprised how CT-sided the game was when I caught a little bit during ECS. So it was kind of weird seeing that way around, because both of these teams have been incredibly creative on their T-sides. NiP had the kind of molly play towards A very historically. Astralis had that, the double deep smoke towards, towards the truck on A on their T-sides. That, it was kind of small changes on things. So it was quite weird seeing it so CT side biased, but I'm kind of interested to see if anyone's tried to change anything around coming back into today's game from literally, it was, yesterday or the day before for the ECS game. So I'm kind of interested.
It was last week. I think it was...
Was it last week?
It was either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday.
Molds into one when Battlegrounds is
Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. I know you're on a different time schedule to the rest of us.
You are on a very weird time schedule.
But in that match, it was very default specific from the T sides, and that's why having the CTs constantly moving around and forcing aggression in different parts of the map keeps the default on its toes. Because if you're defaulting in your spread, everyone always has to be ready for a potential frag. I hope the adjustment is we see more of a faster pace, maybe going back to the flip side, as I like to call it, connector and highway mid smokes with lots of flashes over the top. Take that area first and then start dictating the pace on the T side, because both look relatively lackluster in that match. And I think maybe we'll see the swing going back in that direction, because Keisha slowed right down now. I'd be like to see the speed pick
up the pace type thing. Yeah. I mean, is this where defense kind of has to go? We always talk about on Cache. There's so many different places that you can make aggression. Does it kind of have to be a little bit more fluid in choosing where you want to make the aggression happen?
I imagine a Counter-Strike world, right? Do we have to throw it?
No, you're good. You're good. Keep going.
It was just that sharp breath of
condensed. Do a pansy
Imagine a Counter-Strike world where every team is so well done at the theory side of Counter-Strike that all the CTs can constantly be moving around based on spawns, and you get the best out of them.
It's a beautiful place.
We're never going to get there, but imagine that. Maybe that's what Astralis is doing.
There's probably unicorns there as well. That'd be sweet. Either way, send it over to two beautiful unicorns themselves, Henry and Sadicus. Back to the studio.
What was that?
My unicorn horn is bigger.
I've never heard the term gender fluid used in Counter-Strike before, but they've managed to way to crowbar it in there, so I have to applaud that, I guess.
Yeah,
You're flabbergasted, you've got nothing to say.
Yeah, no.
What can you say?
I tuned them out. So, that said, it's going to be Sweden, it's going to be Denmark, it's going to be NiP, it's going to be Astralis, it's going to be another best of one, but this time it's on Cache.
It certainly is. Once upon a time, the NiP, very strong map for them, almost unbeatable on it, but as of recent times, not so much. They certainly have dropped off in terms of that impeccable form they had on it once upon a time. So Astralis, though, this is certainly not one of their best maps, I have to say. They're certainly up and down in it. They rely very heavily on the individual performances of like Dupree's actually very good on this map, and Device, of course. We say that every single time they go into this one. And his threat, he is on the server. I was spectating, he wasn't. So apparently he is. I couldn't see him on the server. I could see Zonic, but he is certainly there, alive and kicking. And he's got a Negev, so I respect that.
I played today in a pug.
I don't think that's the other one actually. Is that the Negev?
That's the Negev.
There's another one as well, the M249. I'm not sure the difference.
Oh, no, I think that's...
he's running so
the
slow.
Negev's a little more... I don't know either, you're right. I played a pug today on some service that exists online. Got wrecked, got carried by a girl as well. She was very good. But I bought a Negev, and I got 8 kills with a Negev in a single pug.
I was going to say, like multiple, like you bought it multiple times or like 2 rounds?
Yeah, no, I bought it. We planted round 1, and instead of saving, even though we lost to get the AKs, we all bought Negevs, and I got 4 kills, and then...
Yeah, everyone was kind of like outraged in his first got down to 2K, but like the thing is, it's so trash.
Even
just,
when you tap it, it's trash. You have to be 15
that's
bullets
the thing, like,
in.
everyone was like, they haven't actually used it in so long, they haven't realized how bad it was now. And
if you can get a lineup, though, for example, we were playing this map, and I went out to Toxic Sunroom, and just shot into the smoke toward checkers and killed 2 of them with headshots just because they ran by and there's 150 bullets going at them. How do you avoid it? It is stupid, though. It's not viable at all.
No. And it's interesting how Valve are focusing on things like that, like novelty weapons. They don't really have a place. CSGO, I hate the weapons that take, like, you have to warm them up like a minigun. It doesn't really make any sense. It doesn't really fit in CS. Like the revolver, that's why that failed so badly. It's not Counter-Strike, so it's interesting they went down that path again.
Right click to have the barrel spinning, and then immediately go for the left click to fire.
Wow. It looks like we are ready to get into this one. Zonic joins up in his coach position as well.
The last character I played with that specific mechanic. I'm sure there's someone at Overwatch. I'm sure there's someone at TF2. But I think it was Dirty Bomb that had it as well. Yeah. One of their heavies. Lauren would know. She played that game quite a bit.
We are into the pistol. It's going to be the Superman buy for Draken. And no, well, there is one smoke there for Exist. I was expecting some flashbangs to come in, but I guess he dropped the Tech 9 over. So this will be the smoke towards Highway, presumably. They have one player watching for any B aggression as well. They won't be committing just yet. 5 sets of armor once again for Astralis, and an A retake coming in potentially, yeah.
Potentially. It certainly looks to be the case. I won't deny you of that. Smoke down. They'll cross over timidly to make sure that there's no one, excuse me, at MBK or at Quad. KRB is set and ready toward Highway. He has to wait. He'll back off, allow them in. And this is where the attack, the stranglehold back toward the A site becomes a factor. The first shot successful, but look at Get Right, as only Get Right can do. I think KRB's heard him because he's already looked back. Where has he? He's turned away again. Get Right could strike, does, finds 2, brilliantly done. And that should secure the round in itself.
Yeah, Get Right single-handedly shuts it down there. 2 kills for him. Zipex and Glaive remain. They have no key. Like we said, 5 sets of armor to this round, so they're going to struggle. Try and get some consolation frags potentially here. Glaive gets 1. He has been great in this series so far. Doesn't look like he can get much more, though. Freiberg gets that final kill, and Get Right, 3 in total. We've been talking about his poor form recently. That certainly didn't echo those sentiments. Very good stuff from him. And we'll have a look at the replay as well. What perfect timing here. Back to that classic lurking roll on the T-pistol there. 1-0 for an IP. Simple tactic and perfectly pulled off towards the end. It's going to be a force fight from Astralis. Deagles and P250s here, and we'll see if Device is eager. He is indeed. So no armor for him, just P250. And a couple of smokes to work with as well, but it looks like a very fast approach for an IP. No one towards B storage, which suggests what I said in Inferno. You don't send anyone towards that side of the map. You have to commit quickly towards A.
Molotov's in Quad, NBK covered off. Zipix waiting inside of the side, has smokes in front. He'll try and counteract the motions of those which try and take over default. Get in a position to find headshots. However, watch Device, because counter flashes. He's bought himself some space. The problem is on the edge of the smoke. They so too have spotted him. Draken continues to look accurate on pistols. Finds another kill. We might get a team ace. Everyone included in the action except for Exist. Let him go hunting. Let him try and find Dupree on his deagle and armor. It's Draken that's going to be the first around the corner instead of the Tech 9. Dupree will do what he can. He's expecting, perhaps, with the shake of the mouse, that someone's going to rotate that direction. Freiberg will get a second on the UMP. And we'll go up 2-0. 2-0. Yeah,
quite a clean round there from an IP. towards A once again. It's quite rare to see a full commitment in the second round of that. Normally you want to do a default and just work out what's being presented towards you if there's a scout, but I guess if you're doing a nice little simple set piece like that and going in with the SMGs, you're normally going to be fine. It's have to be the full EK here from Astralis. Nothing purchased whatsoever, not a single dollar invested into this round. It's number 3. 3 players heading towards the A stack, and another A-side approach from NiP, it seems, as well. 4 players on outside the map. Smoke's going in as well, and flashbangs. Kraken should be striking first here. Spots one towards Forklift, finds the kill, and that should be round concluded. Not really much the CTs can do about this.
Kiarbi is going to sit inside of the smoke. Force, never mind, might get caught by that, but certainly does not. Glaive gets the shot from range, though, to take him back down, and leaves us in a situation where NiP are comfortably looking to take this round, and will do, with Freiburg yet again being the one to be aggressive at the end. Draken with 2 kills that time. I believe both of them did come on the Mac 10. Will be at plenty, tons of cash. Don't even need to mention it. 8,800.
And this is certainly a bonus round going into this one. They did have a Mac 10, they've thrown that away. So a couple of UMPs, and they bought an AWP as well. So that suggests, I was going to say, these sort of rounds, you know, the CTs to be limited, might not have a head armor. You're going to be doing very fast and trying to stick together and shut down any close-range CT players. I think this will be more of a default considering they bought the AWP here. So Draken will be boosted up. Device has got the AWP in return. He's towards B for now. He's been smoked out and fires off a shot. So given away that he has that weapon at least, that's towards the B side of the map. So will that dictate NiP going towards A? It's yet to be seen. We have one player towards the squeaky door. That's Forest. Kraken setting up for a smoke. I think that's towards the top of Highway. It is indeed. So this will be an A-sided attack. Smoke's going in, and Forest looking to find the first frag.
There's about 4 smokes you can throw from that same position. That one's the Highway with smoke. Good find from Dragon. Better find from Device, because that's one up and the other down. Although Draken, obviously, in this particular round, did find an opening kill on Dupree that allowed the bomb to be planted. So yet again, Astralis are going to have to work back inside of the site. Flashes go over, and Zipix fires toward the open doorway to get Forest still peeking. But the same thing again as the pistol round. 2 for Get Right late, and Kiarbi the first to go down again in that same situation. Once more, it'll secure the round, and NiP will go up 4-0.
Yeah, we're getting some vintage Get Right lurks coming in here. That's exactly what we saw on the pistol as well. Comes from Highway, times it to perfection as well. CT's just about to make their ascendance towards that A bomb site, and he comes in, shuts 2 of them down, and finds the round victory there almost single-handedly. It looked like Astralis could get back into that one once the kill was found towards Squeaky Door. Get Right manages to find the 4th round. 4-0 now, another eco for Astralis. 4th day loss bonus, not really going to be lending itself too well towards Astralis here. So they get Deagles and a 5-7 for Zipex. And in terms of the stack, nothing really coming in. 2 players towards the A side of the map. Dupree alone in middle. Very good with the Deagle, but whether he's going to be too much here, I'm not so sure. Probably be Molotov'd out momentarily. Some mid-control coming in from NiP here. Freiburg looking for the first shot. There comes Molotov, as I said. And Dupree will be going down very quickly here.
Where did it go? Oh, okay, it did land. It sounded like it just floated in midair for a second. Either way, Kiarbi boosted up. We'll watch Highway now, knowing that it's been given up. He's got to keep his eyes on that position, and they've spotted him with a well-timed flash. Forrest will go beyond that to find his 3rd. Potentially 4th now. Tap, tap, tap. Nails the headshot. Ace was available. In fact, Device heading back that direction. Does Forrest get there first, or does someone in mid find him? I would assume someone in mid's going to get him instead. That would be Freiburg, or that happens. And now Forrest could go get the ace. Spots him out, gets tagged up. Spraying in. They want to allow him to get it. Exist is trying to keep him in the corner, but he says that's you've had your fun, Forrest.
Certainly has. NiP with another huge lead here. They had this on Inferno, though, as well, to be fair, and we'll see whether they can hold on to it this time. Another full buy for Astralis. 5th day loss bonus, so $3,400 coming on top of what they saved in the previous round as well. Device with the AWP once again. We have always said their cash isn't exactly convincing overall. We've always said it when we cast a game. We've always wondered how it's got here. But they do get the results in it every now and then, but for me, it's always looked a bit ropey, especially on the terrorist side. We'll see whether they can get back into this one right here, right now. Round number 6.
To be fair, NiP has always looked brilliant on cash, but has had very, very memorable, for all the wrong reasons, games on this, and it's 2 of them that come to mind. Flipside and obviously Vega.
Yeah, right. Especially the latter.
Oh, this is good. Oh, did Freiburg see his feet? I think he did. And that spoils it all. They're going to walk in. Astralis are going to continue to sit scoreless in this game.
This is such a dream scenario to be in as an in-game lead. I'll get into that for now. Later. We'll get into this for now. It looks like interesting.
There is a chance because there's 2 kits and they found the opening pick, which starts to make the post-plant look a little bit better for the retake. Nades go over, flashes, Molotovs, pre-fire from Freiburg. He's fully blind, so Zipix hits that shot. Forrest, though, down below in heaven, or excuse me, in hell, finds the opener. It's down to 1 versus 1. Off first off. Oh, Device through the wall, but Draken goes for the re-peek and nails him.
Yeah, he had to get the headshot there. He gets the wall bang, sure, but then as soon as he gives that away, Draken knows there's a second reset there, goes for the kill, manages to pull off the flex shot as well. Device jumping, hoping he misses there, and doesn't work out for him. The point I was making, when you have 5 rounds in a row, like NiP do, and you've been showing so much towards the A side of the map, you've got a ton of money available, you can make these sort of calls saying, well, right, we've shown 5 rounds in a row, we've actually gone towards the A side, let's just throw in a B set piece here. If we trade frags and actually get in there, it's going to be such a dream setup for us, and it actually works out very nicely indeed. Freiburg finding that opening kill. There was a bit of a reply from the CTs there, and a chance for them to get back into it. Zipex, I thought there was a jumping kill coming out of heaven as well. Not enough, though. 1v1 goes in favour of NiP. There's going to be another eco here for Astralis. A partial buy, to be fair, though. They have got CZs, body armour, and a couple of deagles thrown in for good measure as well. Glaive, he hasn't purchased armour. This is the problem with Astralis for overall. They're trying to bring it into their game. Double orb setup's not really something they have as a real viable option for them. It's Dupree's on the secondary orb, which is, he's okay with it, but he's certainly not like, on paper, going to be going up to the levels of Device. But Dupree, this round, he's very good at the deagle.
Yeah, certainly is. Great shot. Another one. He's got Get Right down. Every time he pulls out a deagle, he finds space with it. And look at Kierby as well. This time it could be everything. Don't fire yet, son. In fact, oh, okay, all right. It's a risk sometimes with the CZ at range. I might have said sit back and just let the play happen and walk in late, but he gets the opener. That's going to call Draken to turn around, but they double up on him. Device finds a kill, and it's all the Forest. He's bought himself some space toward the lockers, but Kierby's had enough of that. And Astralis finally went around. Careful not to kill your teammate. I think that actually liked him at the end.
This was a lovely round from Draken. Like I said, that shot comes in. Nice flick shot as well. He's very gifted in terms of mechanical skill. It's sometimes his decision-making lets him down somewhat, but a big round from Dupree. We always talk about how strong he is at the Desert Eagle and displays a great amount of skill there with 2 headshots towards the A side and ultimately winning the round for his team. Still going to be a full buy, of course, for NiP. Tons of money still even after this rebuy and looking to shut down Astralis at this point. Won't be a full reset. They win this round. Obviously, that was an eco victory. But Device, not towards B this time. He's actually in the squeaky door position. This is what he's known for, dynamic play, and looking to find Forest, but can't find anything just yet.
Well, it's all to play for NiP in this particular round as well. It is a bit of a gift that they win that on pistols, because reset aside, they get basically some free charge, especially that of the WP. But now it's pressure on for Astralis. Glaive back toward box, going to check and checker. But will he checkmate and checker toward this man with his motocross gloves? Get Right. How are your gloves doing?
Not great. I bought the worst ones.
Well, not surprising. You're a poor man after all.
It's true.
You bought a flat.
Yeah.
Kierby has the angle, works it. Gets Get Right down. Exist will get the follow-up. Dupree may have done well to strike sooner, but it's Zipix instead sliding down highway. That's going to double up, and Device, good shot immediately as the door opens to take out Forrest. It's all on to Mr. Mechanic, as you said.
Yeah, see what he can do here. It's not really worth Astralis even trying to challenge this right now. Let's let the timer tick down and lock him into a position, then try and kill him as the time runs away. Don't give him any sort of window to eradicate your money supply. It's going to be Draken now, holding towards the mid-warehouse, edging towards T-spawn as well. He knows he can't really die after the time runs out. Wants to make sure he survives. He is being hunted down. Will hit this shot, no problem at all. And I think he survived just before the timer expired there. He certainly did. So he does get money into the next round. Not a ton of it, but still money available for NiP to buy. Zipex stepping up tremendously there from the highway position. NiP changing things up, going for that heavy mid-control this time. And Zipex strikes with a flashbang. He gets 2 frags to the M4A4 and manages to find the second round for Astralis here. 6-2. And we still have the buy coming in. This is probably the last buy for the Ninjas, though. Great start, like we saw in Inferno as well, but Astralis fighting back now as we head into round number 9. A fast boost up towards middle. Draken waiting for Incendiary to extinguish, but actually takes quite a hefty amount of damage there.
Hefty is one way of putting it. That's a good angle. Get Right in the smoke is given the window of opportunity. Did he throw that second smoke deeper to give himself that space away from headshot? Because if so, that's very clever. Clever indeed. Nearly snaps back to find out Zippix, as Draken will respond, though, by being boosted. And did he make the jump inside of the garage? He does. That's actually not, it's not impossible. Obviously did it. It's not, but I mean that, you know, anyone could do it, but it's not easy. Device will get Draken. It's hard to do it in reverse when you come around from the garage to land on the AC unit and then back out. Zippix fired upon inside of the smoke, taken down. Freiburg will grab bomb. 2 versus 2 down to a 2 versus 1 on a luck shot. That's very frustrating for NiP. As Freiburg gets above, Device finds him immediately, and it's now 3 on the bounce for Astralis.
Yeah, Zippix stepping out tremendously there. Look, NiP did enough to get into that round. They'll play from Get Right as well towards the B side of the map. Gets the opening pick, finds a second in checkers as well. There's equal trades while it's all going on. But Draken, I thought he sealed the deal once he found that kill towards the vents, but it wasn't quite enough. Zippix finds a couple more, and that's going to be the money gone now for NiP, losing 3 rounds in a row. After Astralis bring out the AWP once again, they're looking a lot more solid here. Tactical pause presumably coming in from the NiP side, just working out what their approach is going into this one. 3rd save loss bonus, so they'll have $2,400 on top of what they already had. It's looking about $3,500 per player, maybe a little bit less than that on average. So in terms of a buy, there is one available. They could go Galils if they wanted to, or Tech-9s and try and force a set piece, but at this point, maybe it's just worth a partial buy, not going all in. So Forrest buys first. He goes down to $600, gets a Tech-9 armor. So yeah, this will be the partial buy as the loss bonus accumulates. Trying to get the bomb down. Still can always win these rounds, but will be a bit of a challenge for them. This normally suggests he'll go for a full execution towards the A side of the map. Drop all the smokes required, Molotovs as well, and see if you can overwhelm the CTs waiting on the other side. But Astralis will be tracking the money at this stage as well. So
when do you think this parking lot was last paved? That is some really bad asphalt.
I'm not sure it's their main priority once all the bad stuff went on around here.
In Donetsk?
Yeah.
That's a lot of shifting in the ground, specifically around that sewage pipe, which tells me there's quite a bit of moisture in the ground underneath here.
Well, there's some real analysis for you.
Someone send FMPONE or Sal a message and ask when it was last done, because they need to get the maintenance crews here.
Device back to the squeaky door. This should be a guaranteed frag.
That they gotta know.
They knew.
Door opened, inward. Take no chances here, no lies. That's not how the quote goes, but the bodies will lie on the floor when we're done with this. Astralis certainly stepping up. Despite that NiP had numbers to rush down Device, they back off accordingly and they respond in good effect. It's now 4 in a row, and much like Inferno, when NiP had a great lead, they've lost the momentum and economy.
Yeah.
As such, it's now Astralis in the driver's seat. What is that mound behind it as well? I never noticed that. Just a bunch of dirt and a house that looks crooked. No, it's level.
I have no idea, but it's something I've never noticed, so there we go. Learning every day. NiP now, no AWP available, but they do have the 5 AKs, 4th stage loss bonus, and Device changing up once again. Squeaky door before, this time towards A main, and what a shot that is. Rips off the head of Draken, 5 on 4. Very quickly into the round as well. No further work required. Device has done enough. Fall back, and then wait for the next move to come in. Nice shot.
He backs off. Goes all the way to B.
Well, for now, smoke's coming in. Take the vision away. Try and get control of checkers. They have 4 players making 3 towards the B storage and 1 holding towards middle. A frag desperately required here, but Device, he's reading it very nicely indeed. Using that smoke to give him an opportunity to find a kill towards checkers, and nails another kill.
So steady as he brisks and wades through the waters toward him against the current, finds the kill to fall away. It's Glaive, smoke down. Molotov landing on top of him, and a bit of spray that he's able to evade as he works his way in behind Quad. It's dead. Watch. Get right. Looked like Carby was at the right time. This is certainly better. Has to go early because the turning of Forrest, well, it gives away the trigger discipline, but it's Zippix that actually just got one through the garage door on Get Right. So it exists left in a 1 versus 3. No idea he's there. Glaive responds. And it's 5 in a row now for Astralis.
Yeah, Astralis is locking them in towards that B site, and NiP trying to do what they can, trying to overwhelm that B side of the map after losing the first kill. But Device, using their smokes against them, finds another kill towards Checkers. Dupree coming with a flank as well. Perfect counter strike from the CT side. 5 in a row now, so maximum loss bonus for NiP, but no bombs going down in the last 5 either. So they've been shut down pretty convincingly, I have to say. Another force buy comes in from them, though. They've got 3 AKs. I think Draken keeps his money a little bit high. He's on 2K, so he didn't want to go all in here. Wants to give the AWP as an option, but Dupree, looking to challenge here, gets a dink in return. He will be able to fall back, backed up by his teammate, and then some as well. Glade finds a headshot with the smoke, but also takes a lot of damage there. So NiP will be away. You get a sound cue and you hit a dink, so they know 2 players are going to be low HP on this side of the map.
Wait for the peak. Time with the flash.
Perfect.
Perfect indeed. Dupree was a little slow to find the first kill. I wondered if the vision would be restored. It wasn't. And now NiP are looking flat.
Well, this is the round that dictates whether they get back into this one. 6 in a row. It's looking a bit rough. That was a force buy with a maximum loss bonus. They can buy into this one, but you can see that their buys on par with each other. Like the previous round, 3 players forced in, 2 didn't. They still can buy into this with 2 AKs, 2 UMPs, and the Draken AWP, as I said before. And we'll see whether he can get anything rolling once again. Get right, focusing towards middle. And maybe a fast mid play here. No incendiary, as I say, that does come in, so that will slow them down somewhat. They will be smoking it out, though, and trying to go for the first pick. Dupree, disciplined, though, not facing towards that boost position. Device, once again, opening things up as he takes down Forest. He's been very good opening the map.
Cabby. The shot against Exist that now leaves things problematic for NiP. Draken's got forward of the smoke in mid, but there's going to be no one facing him. There's no need to. This bomb is a bigger concern. If it gets found coming through the doorway, it's round done. Don't say your catchphrase, Henry. Molotov goes out, gets him behind the forklift. That's going to reveal Get Right is towards Squeaky. Draken was hoping that some chaos would ensue, or at least some shuffling that would be careless enough to be caught off. But as soon as he moves, so too will Kirby from inside of Z Connector. And this should be the end.
Yeah, 45 seconds remaining. If Draken hits that shot, maybe there's a chance there, but ultimately it gives away his position.
And this from Device is quite good as well. He's lost himself in the smoke, or has he? He's trying to back off toward Quad instead. Get Right was out towards Squeaky. They heard the shots, and then he ran back. Would have been heard. Device knew he was therefore coming from main. That's going to be the round. Draken goes down. 7 in a row for Astralis.
Yeah, this is a bit of a mess now for NiP after that amazing start they had, the 3-0 that's controlling the money and the pace of the game as well. Like we said, it was a dream setup. They've gone to A 5 times in a row, then threw a B set piece in there as well. It was looking great for them. 6-0. And then they lose 7 in a row. Astralis have to take the lead now as well. It has to be another eco by the looks of things for NiP. Round number 14, partial buy coming in. Tech-9s and Deagles, a couple of smokes here. And yeah, this is a bit rough for them after trying to go away from that A side of the map, focusing towards middle. They've been shut down. Device especially finding the opening pick time and time again. And it looks like Kiabi was going to find that first kill. A nice shot from Draken, and maybe a chance here, but Dupree holds his nerve, and his teammate backing him up as well. It's Zipex as they mop the floor of NiP. They just Get Right remaining as he takes a nade to the face. 69 HP, Tech-9 in hand, and should be dealt with accordingly. Finds 1 kill, but Zipex finds the final one. 8 in a row now for Astralis, 8-6. They win the half. And a final buy here for NiP. They managed to convert this on Inferno after losing so many rounds in a row. Very similar fashion in terms of they had 7-1, I think, on Inferno. And then it slipped away from them. They actually won the half 9-6 in the end. And we'll see whether they can find this final round here as well. AWP and 4 AKs. And we'll follow Device. He's been so good at opening up the map so far. We'll see whether he can do it again. Heads towards B this time.
B indeed. Device. Dupree down. Oh, hello. Nice to meet you. Didn't even get to see you. But it's no exchange in NiP finally with something to squawk about, perhaps. Will they write a 7 over the 6? Device is still trying to get some information out towards Sunroom. Get Right. Not quite reached by that Molotov. Interesting.
Still seems to know.
Yeah. I would have thought would have been enough to get toward the corner, but apparently not. Meanwhile, middle, Draken trying to find an opening as well. Device, we'll see it, is rotated away. He's going to go mid. Draken, he could be caught off looking the wrong way. This could be perfect timing for Device, but he's hesitant. He knows he has no one to flash him back into the position. He has no information as to where they are. Behind bags, his teammate's there. Down he goes. He's got to repeat it. Smoked off. there's going to be no chance. And that's actually a smoke from his teammate getting ready to re-smoke middle. He dies with the smoke in his hand, and it covers off Device's position. Yet somehow, Xyp9x is still able to find the refrag. And it's over toward A. Everything shuffles despite that early exchange we saw at the sunroom. Glaive is ready. He's got above the smoke to look in. Sees it as well. Takes down the bomb. Line up from Xyp9x to find Forest, but it'll be a retake in the end because bomb is going to go in. That Molotov doesn't bounce off quad. It will not make it to Freiburg. He'll stay in this. 46 HP. He would have had to be a martyr to put the bomb down. He may still... No, the nade doesn't go. Goes too deep again. He's left on 46. Get Right's got Glaive, and it's down to Device. Who knows it? He's tagged up Freiburg's further. More utility. And he'll ignore Get Right for now because he wants to push on to Freiburg and deal with that first. Then he can isolate the one-on-one. Won't even get that far. Get Right strikes.
Well, NiP do manage to pick up the last round there after losing 8 in a row. They managed to get round number 15 there. It's looking a little bit rough for them. Some clumsy CS towards the end, but still a convincing scoreline all the same. It's going to be 8-7 in favor of Astralis in the first half. Take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We'll see if NiP can get back into this one.
It's an even half this time, 8-7, although there's a bit of a storyline that goes along with it. It was 6-0 NiP, and they lose the half.
Indeed, 8 in a row. Once the orb got rolling for Deve, he managed to find kills all over the place, opening up the map left, right, and center. Very strong stuff from him. 8 rounds in a row. It's going to be demoralizing for NiP, but they managed to sneak away with the last round there, so not all is lost. We're going to the second half. Pistol, as always, going to be very important here. So that was a great flashbang. I love that recovery from Astralis in that round, and we'll see whether NiP can maybe tie things up after winning the pistol here. Problem is, Astralis, so good on this pistol with this map in particular. They're so good at getting the second round Deagles out and winning those rounds, and Dupree especially, he's very strong actually winning the individual club situation. So NiP, I have to say, they looked a bit clumsy for me after they had that great start. Seemed to drop off and looked a bit flat once they started getting shut down all over the place. Let's see if they can find anything here. Regardless, joining us, we did have Inferno to kick off this little series we've got going on. It was Astralis picking that up, and NiP looking to split the series, but after the performance he saw towards the end stages there of the first half, I'm not so sure it's possible, but they managed to do it at ECS. Can they do it here in Pro League?
Certainly is a question that begs answer. Begs for an answer. Idioms and expressions are hard, Henry.
Yeah, that's the thing with idioms. You have to get it right.
Yeah,
it doesn't really work.
Idioms are hard when you're an idiot.
Yeah.
So it's challenging for me, as you'd expect.
But so we'll be getting ready to go into this one momentarily. Pistol rounds, we'll talk about what Astralis can bring to the table there. Obviously, B rushes are prevalent on Cash these days. You wait up for the initial CT aggression, then you kind of overwhelm the CT waiting on the corner, try and get in there as a 5-man unit, or you do the simple take like NiP did. One smoke towards highway, flash in, and just trying to abuse the fact that most CT sides use a retake methodology on the CT side on the pistol, and those are the two pistols you're normally going to see here. It's like Mirage, it's quite easy to predict in terms of the buy what you're going to see. Sometimes you get a mid approach coming in, and he saw Get Right using that as well. He went for the little flank at the end there after the A split came in. He actually did that a couple of times. It was great to see him when they actually had the huge lead. He was actually instrumental in finding those with the backstab frags, the lurk, classic Get Right play.
Classic indeed. Twice that he was able to do so with great success. So they've taken all their time to get ready, but we are back into it now, Henry.
We are indeed. I'll have a look at the buys and we'll see whether I can work out what Astralis will be bringing to the table here. Get into it. 4 sets of armor. Zipex yet to buy, so no utility as of yet. That suggests maybe the B rush comes in, and Zipex will get armor as well, so it will indeed be something a little bit more simple at this point. They do have 3 players heading towards B storage.
Henry. He's on Navi.
What did I say?
Simple.
Oh, right, you're doing a joke.
Do I have to point them out now? Are they that bad?
That one wasn't your best.
That one was pretty good, I thought, actually. Sometimes the simplest jokes are the best. Henry.
Yes, for simple minds, perhaps.
Keep it simple, stupid. Kiss! That's what we did. There you go. Forrest will wait. And he'll try and allow someone to walk into a said trap. It'll be just him peeking immediately over toward that site. Freiburg's close enough by, though, in the corner of the A site, so he'll bait them toward if they go that way. Doesn't look like they want to, though, Henry.
No, they're going for quite an aggressive stance towards the squeaky door here. No flashes or smokes, like I said, so lots of vulnerabilities, but it is a full retake, as described. Just Draken there towards highway. He's watching towards that area. Could find a couple of kills here, depending on his timings. Door's open. Now he will have a chance to maybe mow them down.
Maybe mow them down. Shot in from Draken. Oh, does find one head. It's Zipex to fall. He's still going to try and get more as well. The only kill thus far is the first, the aforementioned. Glaive gets the response. That means 4 versus 4 post-plant. Cabby, he'll watch anyone that wants to go fork side and try and get back toward quad. Meanwhile, Glaive's going to try and mimic Get Right. He's got the first shot. And it is on Get Right as well, who's trying to read his reverse. Draken gets the shot to Glaive, though. Foot showing. Cabby, limited. Forrest going to try and hold the angle to keep him off. They close the door, make sure no one out there has any position, but Device is still alive. Draken will push off on the backside. Oh. Device gets all 3 at quad on a very tight and fast angle.
Didn't even need KRB there, just single-handedly finds 3 headshots with a Glock there. It's a great position to be in quad as well, especially you can hear the sound cues. CT's got to work very quickly at that point, trying to get the refrag. Only allow him to get 1 frag, but it's Device, and he steps up tremendously there. And it's a big pistol for them to take as well. NiP looking to get back into this game. It's a rough end to the first half for them, but 9-7 comes in. No force buy from NiP. They do get upgraded pistols, but only Get Right gets the armor here. He'll be towards middle, and he could go down very quickly. He does indeed. Didn't have head armor, so quick headshot from Device. Finds the 5 and 4 straight away.
Dupree has an angle set and wait toward Freiburg, who's trying to play a very, very tight position with his Deagle. A Freiburg Deagle, Henry. How do you reckon?
We'll see whether he can step up here. It's not looking too good towards B store. It's a very tight angle to get, but Desert Eagle certainly lends itself towards 1 shot potential. There it is. Doesn't land it.
One, but not done. Freiburg does fall back. That one's going to miss as well. Looking for it still. He's getting closer. Getting much closer to finding a shot. He does at least do damage, but it's him done. And the round might be over. Forrest, do it. Do it. Oh, doesn't land. So, Henry.
Hello.
This round's going to go to Astralis.
I would say so at this point. That's a fair assessment. You've outdone yourself.
Pretty good predictions when they're already done for me.
Forrest, the last remaining player here. Freiburg gifted a couple of opportunities, did considerable damage, but ultimately gets nothing for it. But Forrest does find an AK-47, takes out Glaive, who was hunting for him. And it looks like they might try and take down Forrest. It's not really worth giving away what you've got. 3 players very low HP as well, so it's not like they can force around this. AK-47 finds another kill. Kiabi blind at that point as well. I didn't think Forest had in there flashbang, but he's blinded by his teammates, I'm not 100% sure. There's going to be 3 remaining on low HP, and I don't think Zipex is not really worth it, but yeah, there you go, full back. Forest does survive, he gets a couple of kills there. And makes the round expensive for Astralis at least, but this still has to be pretty much full eco. Forest had a Desert Eagle, throws that over to Get Right. And it will be 10-7, so unless Forest goes absolutely sick this round, it's going to be 11-7, but we'll see.
I feel like those gloves are more appropriate for terrorists.
They're pretty cool, I like those ones.
They're just really a bandana wrapped around and around. Do they even classify as gloves? Does that count?
I guess so.
They all count. Molotov down, Glaive gets his way out to the vents. Forest, or rather, excuse me, Freiburg is waiting on the other side. Forest has to be careful with where he positions this this AK. All the things are very challenging in my life right now. I've gotten highway control. Deep from far though, careful, because that brings Forest's AK into the picture as he rotates in. Bounce flash, Forest has 2. NiP could do this on this AK alone. Good start on the damage held off. Freiburg gets Dupree. This is down to just 2 remaining all of a sudden. For Astralis,
what?
Forest finding his 3rd. We said that AK had to be decent. Well, it's been absolutely exceptional. As Zipex will manage the first kill for Astralis just now in what's a 1 versus 5, about to be a win for NiP.
Yeah, you would hope so at this stage. Forest, I said he had to go sick, and he steps up above and beyond that. 3 kills for him towards middle. Looked very confident, nailing some great shots there, and brings NiP a bit of luck in their favour. So maybe hunting down Forest towards the end of that round would have been beneficial for Astralis in the end. And it's actually shut down their money as well. It was an expensive round before, even more so in that one. So they're going to be forcing into this one from what I can see so far, yes. So Tech9's a UMP, and Zipex had a bit more than his teammates, so he gets out the AK-47. Still a shout within this round. We said with the Tech9s and smokes, you can go for those set pieces. Towards B they go. Forest waiting towards heaven. Smokes out towards B storage. Allow his teammates to maybe get a little bit deeper. That's going to be Freiburg towards checkers here. Doesn't go for the challenge, but he's watching vents. 5 players from Astralis now. They have got a very good B execute. Molotov towards the site. Smoke towards heaven and spawn as well. Let's see if it works out for them.
Bounce Molotov's going to go back toward quad stack instead. They've already put the one down toward the generator. Does flush Forest out of position, and Astralis are finding entries, but they have now found Get Right, and he gets 3.
Good work. Nice spray control, another thing he's known to be very good at indeed. Comes in, mows them down after what looked like a bit of a dicey round there. Equal exchange after the full execution from Astralis, but Get Right pushes through the smoke and finds all 3. Another eco now for Astralis. Just ties up a 10-10. That amazing round from Forest has certainly given NiP a lifeline here. Nothing really purchased into round number 5 here. P250s, Kiabi on a full eco here. No nades, and this should be a clean round. No bomb should be planted here. Hold the crossfires. Don't have to overcommit. No one needs to push, but Forest has somehow gone down to 2 HP. I think he was facing towards B storage.
Certainly was. As it appears, Astralis want to do equal damage back with their own pistols. Nade through. Flames will force Zipex to back off. Get Right nades in, that's perfectly placed. Dupree takes the brunt of it, but watch device. He's closer to Get Right than he was expecting. Damage is done, kill found. No gun to be had. Covered off and guarded by those of the players inside of A. Specifically exists who waits toward quad. Look at Freiburg gets out of the sight. Spots 1, backs off. Glaive, good headshot angle. We might have return serve.
Yeah, I think we certainly do at this point. 2 players remaining for NiP. This was just P250s, no armor. They've overwhelmed the CG defense, and that's up to Drac and Exist now. Smoked out as well. Do they even have footing to even try and challenge this one? I think they have to try and at least give it a go.
Exist is going to. Wants information. Can't get any in. Yeah, that's it. If he has no angle, just back away.
Oh, that's shocking. It was Forest as well, challenging at the start of that round. He gets taken down to 2 HP. Left Freiburg pretty much alone on the B site. Couldn't be back to the tour, and Draken drops as well. He didn't want to save, apparently. He gives away another AK. A full AK win for Astralis. Just P250s. That shouldn't be happening. And Exists. Quiet game from him. Look at the scoreboard disparity there. 5 kills, 14 deaths. Game leader having a rough time here on cash. Quite an even spread on the Astralis side. So Exist does manage to save something into the round, drops over an AK, I think, and buys an M for himself. They do have money to buy into this round after winning an EK themselves. So Draken, he's got the orb once again, but Astralis keep the lead 11-9 as we get into round number 6 here. So still unclear who's going to take the advantage going into this one. Quite an equal situation. You can see NiP struggling somewhat with their utility. Forest and Gero have absolutely nothing, just M4s. And that normally suggests you want to be working a bit harder for the frag at this point. Maybe Draken needs to go slightly aggressive towards the A side of the map this time under quad position. And B control comes in, heading towards Checkers. And Freiburg spraying wildly through the smoke, hoping for the best here. Doesn't get any damage inflicted just yet. That's a bit.
That's not the worst. Gives the M4 a chance to capitalize now, and Forest gets 2. So making up for the last round. Certainly didn't know them anything after winning with the single AK, but he's certainly given them a chance now in this one. Round 6 of our second half, therefore round 21 overall, Henry.
Indeed. 5 on 3 now. Forest finds something in the Checkers after they're trying to boost himself up, try and get the mid-split going on. Actually backfires and gives 2 frags in favor of the Ninjas here. Still within a chance though with the time remaining as well. Trying to find a kill in the Vents position as well. It's going to be Device, but at this point, NiP don't need to face at all. Wait for the commitment, wait for them to go for a bomb site here. And at that point, that's when you just go frag for frag, trade out, and it should be absolutely fine there. You've got such an advantage. Device alone in B, trying to get a kill here, but no reason to commit.
Draken fits the kill against Glaive.
The bomb down as well.
It is indeed. Device is going to try and find a headshot toward headshot, but without doing so, that's going to spell the end of it. He gets found, so too does Xyp9x, and we stay within 1. A back and forth affair. Could we get another overtime tonight, Henry?
I think we probably could. This will be the last buy from what I can see from Astralis. Dupree's all in, so is Device as well. Kiabi and Glaive, not so much. They'll be down to pistols. Xyp9x comes in with the final rifle. So a difficult round for them, but if ever there was a team to use deagles and find wins with them, it would be this team here. Kiabi and Glaive trying to step up to get into round number 7 here. Draken looking aggressive towards B storage. Flashbang doesn't get him. Sneaks past the smoke as well. So he's got a lot of vision towards it, but pulls out his knife just at the wrong time. That takes a lot of damage. Oh, and goes down as well.
That nearly was worse. Freiburg was behind it. He could have been collateral damage in all of that.
Yeah, so Draken had a huge advantage. The moment he goes away, it's the spray through the smoke, and Dupree with 2 now as he finds Get Right as well.
Molotov'd off toward squeaky doorway. Gives Forrest a bit of time to look elsewhere, check mid, confirm any activity or lack thereof, and not leave his teammate in a hang. And the problem is he's done that at the exact time that they've snuck in behind the white box, so they are relatively close to taking from Highway. Device would be the one to lead it. Thankfully for their sake then, Freiburg has made his way closer to the site. Could be able to shut down Highway immediately when they make their way to the top. That door's going to open. Who wins the exchange? I fancy Forest in that position. Exist. Shots already in. That should open the door momentarily. Another Molotov goes down in front of it. Those Xyp9x opens. He can't see through it, Forest. Although Exist does step up, and NiP, very good defense. Freiburg, as well as previously mentioned, had made his way toward E-Box. There's no access. 20 seconds. They'll try and beat them back to B. That's not likely to happen. And it all starts off in a 5 versus 3 heading toward the site, and NiP completely lock them out. Glaive can try and beat him there, but he's going to have a greeting at heaven. Sneak by him, don't even take the fight, does, oh, but he's missed it. He doesn't get the plant. 1 second too late.
Oh, that was a strange decision. Like, even if he nails a kill straight away, he still doesn't have time there. I think he has to get the bomb down there, take the risk, but doesn't work out in that fashion. We go 11-11. NiP bouncing back after some difficult rounds, especially losing to a full eco here. And I think they've shut down the money at this point of Astralis as well. Glaive saves an AK, but he gets no cash after the round expires. So he's on $900 and he won't be forcing around this AK. It's up to him to find an opening. They won a full eco before. This is one better, having an AK with the PT50s. Dragging towards middle this time. See if Device decides to challenge. Doesn't look like he will. He's got the PT50 out and a bit out of shot, but he gets a bit more than he bargained for. Gets taken down.
So what a tying round from NiP. Having gone down early to pull it back. And now, the fate of the game relies on the economy. Of which Astralis don't have much, but they certainly do have kills. Glaive, at least one of them in this one, is going to pick up Get Right. Leaves a gun down. They'll slowly work toward that accumulative goal to get that weapon. Drake, slow but steady. Manages to get repositioned in time, but Forrest gets one that allows Dupree to find 2 headshots on a Deagle and open up a lot of map for Astralis.
To question these decisions to challenge, you know they're down to Eco, so a very large advantage they're potentially throwing away, but Freiburg starts to pick up the pieces here. Just Zipex now left in the 2v1, but he is the clutch master, so do not discount him out of this round just yet. Takes a tick of down bench. That'll be a sound key for Freiburg to suggest he's there.
Yeah, that's a bit of a problem for them now. Freiburg's not going to peek. 34. Can't afford to do exactly that, but couldn't land the shots that time.
Freiburg does get baited out with a fake plant, but does win the duel overall. So Astralis now, third stage loss bonus. The money's still not really balancing out for them. They can't bring out the device AWP, which is significantly powerful in the first half. 4 AKs this time, and Glaive's down to the Tech 9. Still a relatively good buy. They have enough for a set piece if they do want to bring that into this one. Haven't really seen much of that as of yet. Maybe boosting up towards middle here. I'll be thinking about it, doesn't do it just yet. And in terms of aggression from the CT, it's quite a default round for them. Default on both halves, to be fair. But Forrest once again finds another opening pick. That's towards the B side once more, and Dupree does go down to another AK-47 headshot.
Device through smoke, hoping for a chance that someone's in the corner going for a boost. Oh, that's common. We see people run boosting that, by the way.
That's true. It's because it makes a lot of noise.
That's true. But it was the thing, and it was cool.
It was the thing. You're right.
Glaive checks at least heaven. He's made it that far. Crisscross, as you say. Vent wall. As I say, Cubby, as Get Right plays, could be perfect as well if they go on this. He's ready for it. He knows what those smokes mean. But he's also curious as to why he's not spotted anyone yet. Now he has. Down goes Device. They thought they were so safe. Certainly not, as Forrest tries to spray back in. He's getting closer on it. He's also tempting fate, but Get Right through the vent will help Freiburg close off the kills.
Forrest has looked great here on Cash. He's on 23 frags, opening it up time and time again. Finds Dupree. I think it was through the smoke towards B storage. Didn't quite catch it. I didn't even see it on my screen. It was a very fast kill at the start of the round there. And it's going to be 13-11, and NiP take a firm grasp here on the CT side. It's going to be 4 in a row for them, and that's not really enough for Astralis to buy, especially with the bomb not going down either. And Glaive, he got that full reset a few rounds ago when he saved the weapon. So, in a partial buy here, Draken finds the opening kill once again. That's Dupree towards B storage. They've got one set of body armor, that's Device, but no nades to go with it. So it's very unlikely they find anything with this round. Get Right, just tapping away towards the boost position there, and finds the kill eventually.
Bye-bye, Deva.
That's why the AK is so beneficial on the CT side. You can actually challenge those sort of positions, not needed the double dink to find the kill. A single shot.
Double dink sucks, doesn't it?
Excuse me.
It just sucks.
What do you mean?
No, but the fact that it... Oh, he hit that. Nice. I mean, like going to a headshot server where everyone's running AKs and just pick up an M4
right,
and you'd see like how...
It's a challenge.
But you know, I think nothing highlights that disadvantage more than that.
Yeah, sure. But there it is. That's why we've got 4 AK-47s on the NiP side. And now a pause for Astralis. 14-11. NiP in touch and distance of actually taking the second map. And it looked unlikely, considering what we saw. Them taking a huge lead once again here in the opening stages of Cash, then throwing it away. 8 in a row for Astralis. I thought NiP were done. But Forrest, that's save round with the AK-47. Seems to have revitalized them. Draken's doing a very good job as well. 20 kills for him. Exists, starting to get back into it. Hits double digits finally. He's on 10 for 14. He was, I think, 5 a few rounds ago. So he's found a few kills in the last couple of rounds. Number 11. And we do have a full buy finally for Astralis. I think that's maximum loss bonus. It is indeed. 5 in a row, $3,400. No bombs going down, but the full AK in the previous round allows them to get a full buy here. So 4 AKs, the Device AWP. We haven't really seen that in a while, to be fair. It's mainly prominent on the CT side. I haven't really seen it up here at all here in the second half. So Zonic will be talking to his troops right now and working out how they actually find a round after losing 5 in a row. They've actually haven't won a gun round map. They won the pistol with a 2-0.
It's true.
Then they won that full eco as well to find their third, and that's all they've done.
Indeed correct. That is rather bizarre for a team like Astralis.
Well, we said that T side, even going into this one, I've said that City side's normally fine. It's the T side. Unless someone goes wild and starts winning clutches all over the place, then they do look a bit flat.
Don't NiP board a plane like tonight or tomorrow?
To go to what, the Summit?
The Summit.
I know Alex left today, so... Or maybe tomorrow morning he's going, actually.
So I would assume NiP's the same. These lads probably have their suit... Actually, knowing them, they probably don't have their suitcases packed, but they should. Exist finding the opening pick. Zipix.
And they're playing very late on the first day. They got the last game. So.
Good enough. Through the smoke, dupreeh greets Get Right unfavorably, rather rudely, but effectively. Nonetheless, it's 4 versus 3. friberg pushing back, though, could make amends. And he has the bomb.
Assertive play there from young friberg, managing to drop the bomb with it as well. Got the man advantage, but I was about to say maybe a caveat coming in. His device to be taken down by Draken. That should be the round over, but dupreeh in a very possible 2 versus 1 here. He's got time to work with it, but okay, Draken once again doesn't need to challenge that. Let him have the bomb. Just play the 2v1. Now you've made a real difficult situation for Forest. dupreeh's low, 35 HP, but he's got the AWP out and 3 kills so far. Waiting for a mistake to be made from the CT side, but for now, things start to quieten down. Forest still towards B. dupreeh leaves himself an exit plan there, opening the door. This is rough now for Forest.
Yeah, that's
I
a
don't think Draken had
long
to do that
way
at
to
all.
go.
You've got the advantage there. It's almost match point. Let him have the bomb, that's fine. Just play it together.
Well, he's made it to the truck at least. Not a lot of time to work with. Has a kit, has a Molotov. Or a can of flames. This timing, though, dupreeh.
It's a weird decision. I think he must have assumed he's coming from
A-main.
A-main at that stage. I think with that kind of plant down, though, you get towards lockers, you can hear footsteps coming from T-spawn. Quad there, you've got so many angles to watch. And
That's true, yeah. You get A-main with that wide plant, you have one angle you have to hold.
yeah, and then if he comes from like the mid warehouse, you get to hear him at some point. Unless he goes super quiet, and then at least you're in lockers, you've got to check that. Yeah, towards quad, that was... He almost limited himself there completely with 35 HP, especially. Forest probably couldn't believe his luck, and it's going to be match point for NiP. Draken probably... So he's a bit of relief there, but still. Round number 12, Astralis with the bomb plant going down. Managed to get another buy here, device back on the AWP. Draken looking to get aggressive in B storage once again. His device is squeaky door though with the other AWP, and he's getting wallbanged through the door there, down to 40 HP.
Draken.
dupreeh.
Yeah, flirting with it. Device tagged on 47, Zip gone. Forest with the opener. Over toward A again, no smokes, just a blind peek straight in. Dry. At least force the rotation from Drake, and that's big though. That's bomb inside of smoke. friberg will be able to hold that off. dupreeh into the corner. I think he has realized that as well. Spots the gun. Ooh, better shot though. Is dupreeh able to hold on just a little bit, grab the bomb back potentially, and back away from B main.
4 on 3 now. Kiavi lurking in towards the highway position. I think he can find some rotation frags here. Goes one better. Forest has no idea he's there. Brings it to a 3 on 3 as well. Full control of the A-bomb site. Decent Molotov towards truck as well to stop the CTs actually overwhelming at this point and maybe denying the plant coming in. But it's dupreeh. Let's see if he gets a better position this time. The bomb is planted.
3-3 on the retake. Kits on all 3. Flashes. There's 3 of them. There's 2 on Drake and 1 on Get Right. He's going to be a long way away from this, going for the big flank as well. This could have aided device entirely as Draken's already gone down to it, but he's ready for it, and that should be the round. It will be. Kiabi will take Exist. So Astralis hold on, but only just.
Well. Astralis finally find a round after dropping 6 in a row. It's down to that Kiabi flank as well. friberg did such a good job there. Gets the bomb down to B storage. He spots the barrel of dupreeh in the corner as well. But like he said, an amazing shot coming in from dupreeh to get them back in the round there. And Kiabi seals the deal as well towards the A side of the map. They make their way in towards that area. Good crossfires and device watching the flanks as well. So we have another round here at least. Number 13. We want to go in the full distance as we get into it. Draken this time it's towards squeaky door like device in the first half, and that's a lovely shot from him. Will be shut down through the smoke from dupreeh, but still that was very, very quick indeed to make that first frag come in.
Zipix, rather, excuse me, Exist. I've done what you did on Inferno.
Yeah, I did that a couple of times.
We'll sit back behind quad in the 4 versus 4. Kiabi and device. They'll start to back off and look elsewhere. Device is still boosted up as well, trying to see down over top of middle, but dupreeh, he's going to wait and see if he can find a pick before making action toward a bomb as well. Squeaky door is going to try and be quick. And Glaive, with Dupree holding the angle towards Z, is the money man. He needs a pick.
Well, still 4-4 for now. Will be an A-side finish for Astralis. 2 players there, though, existing. Get right, Forest watching connector as well. Freiburg alone in B. Anytime now, they're hoping the device can maybe get a pick here. Could allow him to have some time, but that's a key duel, and Forest comes out on top.
That is a massive duel because we saw the positions of the other 3. They were relying on opening pick from Glaive. That's not going to happen. Get right playing from MBK. It's down to device 1 versus 4. Good comeback from NiP. They started strong, fell off, and this time they'll close it, unlike they were able to do on Inferno. So they go 1-1 this evening.
Absolutely. They split the series once again. NiP showing they still can roll with the big boys there. Forest especially. What a legend that guy is. What a performance overall. CT side out of cash, locks it down, finds opening frag, and a massive round as well when he just had the AK-47, his teammates on pistols. A stellar performance from him overall, and NiP do indeed take cash. Astralis, I had to say, in the second half especially, looked very flat indeed. Couldn't really get anything rolling. Nothing really inspired me in terms of executions overall, but still, can't take anything away from NiP. Good performance there. It got a bit dicey in the first half after going up 7-0, but they held their nerve and managed to take it home.
Well, with that, we will take it home to a man we call Dad.
Daddy.
It is Daddy, so let's get it right. Come on now. Well, Henry G was uninspired by that T-side performance from Astralis, and rightfully so, probably. They only win, what, 2 rounds in the second half? Do I see that correctly? 4?
4, Jason.
We'll get there eventually.
We'll
get there eventually.
Daddy can't
Listen,
count.
it's hard
Too
to
busy
look
powdering
over.
bottoms.
There have been a lot of bottoms powdered.
Changing diapers. Speaking of someone who might be changing diapers soon,
Yeah.
Forrest had a really good game.
Yeah?
I'm just going to start a rumor that he's expecting a child.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's a great one to
Did you like
just
that
slide in there.
transition?
I'm sure he's going to love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's completely fictitious. But
Awful.
the key factor here is all 3 star or potential star players for NiP had a big game. Drake and Forrest and Gerard all contributed when they needed to, and the 2 support players did their role perfectly as well. Freiburg even had 19 frags, so they all were having impact plays, and it was a much more convincing T side from them than I'd seen the other night.
Yeah, that gender fluid defense didn't really come to play today, I guess.
Yep.
Just leave me hanging on that. You started that, and here you are.
And he's just finished it as well, pretty much.
Right?
But again, no, I've got to highlight as well, Get Right. It seems like this is becoming a really good map for him specifically, even in his like downturned kind of performances. Even the game they played against Astralis last time around, he was an outstanding player. This time, again, he seems to be having a really good run of things. So it's good to see him finding some form here, maybe feeling a bit more confident because he seemingly didn't have the best performance even in the last map. So.
Well, I mean, this is kind of how the scoreboard has to look if you're NiP, because this is how this team is still tooled. Yeah, go Forrest and Get Right on top of the scoreboard. Everyone else kind of having the impact plays, filling in some of the gaps, but we just don't see it frequently enough.
Yeah, this is what you want to see on paper. Like we did see Exist having like a really good performance at Katowice, right? He was probably one of their best players then, which isn't an issue. There's no problem for him to be able to do that, but everybody else still needs to be fulfilling their roles. You don't want players to drop off too far for the in-game leader / a support style player to be too high up the rankings on a regular basis. But I think Astralis is going to be, disappointed with that 1-1 split again. That's been happening to them around the clock at the moment. So.
Yeah, they're not able to get over that hump, even being in the office, like we said.
Yeah.
Maybe that helps them out, but still, not in this game at the very least. I mean, out of Astralis, what are some of the issues that we saw to this T side? Just some small issues. Anything you guys noticed?
I just think it's one of those maps, that I know that's such a broad statement right there, but when you're getting pushed, like we saw that Freiburg, he pushed a main mid-round. When teams are doing that to you and able to get away with that, it just shows that this map is so difficult to cover on both sides. On the T's, if you do a default spread and you lose a pick, there's a massive gap. And if that can be exploited in any way, which that Freiburg push is a good example of that, you're going to have a really rough time because you're trying to posture in the mid-round, you're trying to make up your next decision, and someone pushes in and grabs a frag or two. It's really going to throw a spanner in the works and make things difficult. And then once again, on the CT side, we're talking about dictating the pace and having to be more aggressive on areas. You almost need to do that on both sides, right? I think maybe we need to see more early aggression from the T side. I said this in the pre-show, swinging back to mid control early, because I don't think teams are doing the 3 mid as much anymore, right? You're not seeing the one guy push up under the vent, one guy push up to under the boost, and then the guy swinging
We may actually see that more. I mean, this map has been a little bit underplayed, it feels like, in recent times. But either way, let's check out tonight's results in case you missed some of them early on. You just tuned in for the second series. It was FaZe taking on Mouse Sports. They win the first map on Overpass. They drop in overtime on Inferno. We saw them win that one for the championship and Star Series in Ukraine. NiP and Astralis. It's all Astralis 16-12 in the first map, and then NiP respond to the game we just witnessed on Cash. Good victory for them. Astralis again split the series. Both matchups being split tonight, which is pretty cool. These are the standings, the updated standings. You can see their FaZe has actually, with that split, moved into 5th. Astralis is still in 1st, or has moved into 1st. I don't think they were there at the beginning of the day. Yeah, Na'Vi was 1st at the beginning of the day. They've dropped down to 2nd with Mouse Sports. So, I mean, pretty much all these teams, and NiP, unfortunately, that hasn't really helped them a whole lot some of that series at 9-11, still getting over that slow start. If you're going to stick around, if you're still awake, if you're having a whatever it might be, energy drink of some sort, some coffee, this is the NA schedule that you will see for these matches tonight. Over on the other side of the pond, it's Misfits and Winter Fox taking on 2 maps, and then Immortals taking on Complexity. So it feels like some pretty one-sided matchups there in the NA region.
They'd probably be drinking some Mountain Dew, I'd assume, Jason.
Mountain Dew?
Yeah.
Yep. Good stuff.
Mountain Dew is good stuff. This is tomorrow's schedule.
The KFC Zinger Burger hot match of the week.
Yeah, the Zinger Burger hot match of the week. Na'Vi versus G2. That's going to be good stuff. Virtus Pro taking on Heroic as well. That'll be a little bit of a rematch, maybe a grudge match from when Heroic knocked VP out of the groups in Katowice in front of their home crowd.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get to see some angry polls going at it. I don't know where I'm going with that one.
Angry polls going at it.
Yeah, you like that? It was probably some of my best work.
Sounds like some of your Saturday nights.
Not all of them, just a couple.
Just a few.
Just a couple.
Got to dabble every now and then.
Either way, on the note of angry polls, specifically my angry poll, we'll be taking away. We'll be getting out of here for the evening. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good evening.